Happy New Year, Geeks and Gamers. It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about The Last of Us, the TV show from HBO, and nothing is going to change. New year, same me when it comes to these nonsensical weirdos right here, because they continue to disrespect the source material. They continue to disrespect the fans. They continue to disrespect everything that came before something that they are trying to utilize that very thing. They're trying to utilize that foundation. They want that built-in fan base. They want that lore so that they can have the platform that it gives them, but then they want to disrespect the very lore that gave them the platform that they so desperately want to take advantage of. And here we have a quote. The Last of Us showrunner says, "Death in the game means less because it's just watching pixels die." How does anyone think this is a good idea? These people cannot get out of their own way. They just continue to shoot themselves in the foot. And then when they do stuff like this, when they prove that they don't care about what came before it, then the very thing that they wanted to take advantage of fails miserably. And then who do they blame? They blame you, the fans. It's the same exact song and dance every time. Now, I saw the full trailer for The Last of Us, and I actually thought it looked pretty good because I'm here just to be honest and give my honest take on every single thing I see. Now, more often than not, I'm concerned about things I see and I'm going to trash them, but ultimately I'm going to give you as independent of a feedback or review that I can. And I thought that the trailer looked halfway decent for what it was. That doesn't mean that I think the show's going to be good. And I'm not always right and I'm not always wrong. I'm typically, I typically have a good idea of what I'm talking about. But like something like Avatar 2, I was wrong in terms of my experience with it. I loved that film. Loved it. Didn't think I would, but I ended up loving it. I watched that first trailer and I said, okay, hey, it's not too bad. I think this looks pretty good for what it needs to be. Doesn't mean the show's going to be great. Now, obviously, hearing concerns like this or comments like this bring up massive concerns, and then you bring in the Naughty Dog element and the Neil Druckmann element and all of the other things that are surrounding everything that's happened with The Last of Us since that first great game that we all know and love, and then we got the second Last of Us, which is a complete trash fire on every single level. Now we get to this point right here. The Last of Us screenwriter Craig Mazin, I think is how you say his name, or Mazin, compares death in the game to that of the upcoming show. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate fact of life that those who aren't into video games will never truly understand how much more engaging it is than any other medium. While everyone who has played a story-driven game has surely at some point read a book or watched a movie, the reverse is not true, meaning there are so many people who will never understand the storytelling power of video games, and occasionally it shows. I agree with that. Given what we know about The Last of Us, thanks to the games, you can expect quite a bit of violence in the show as well. There's going to be at least one clicker biting a chunk out of someone's neck. However, according to the upcoming show's screenwriter, Craig Mazin, it might have a bigger effect in live action than via a video game. When you're playing a section, you're killing people, and when you die, you get sent back to the checkpoint. All those people are back, moving around in the same way, said Mazin in an interview with The New Yorker. Watching a person die, I think, ought to be much more different than watching pixels die. You're adapting a video game. You're trying to capitalize off of the people that became fans from the video game. The first Last of Us has very emotional story points to it, and you're just going to sit here and go out of your way to shit on that. Why? How do you think this is a good idea? Who in their right mind thinks this is a good idea? Activists think this is a good idea. Because someone that actually understands what you're getting into with adapting a video game would never say something like this. What the hell is wrong with these people? While what Mazin says isn't entirely true, he does make valid points. Well, regardless if he's making valid points, and if you want to look at that and talk about how you start over at the checkpoint and you have all these AI enemies, all of that, you still should not say disrespectful things about the source material. It's so unbelievably stupid There's a way you can word that to make your point without being just flat out disrespectful to the source material. And this is the problem with so many of these projects and these properties. They keep hiring people that don't care about any of it. And then, of course, when their project fails because they don't care about any of it, those same weirdos are the people that will blame the audience and the fans. And that's what's happening right here, right in front of our very eyes. We are setting up for a show that's going to be DOA, and then you're going to blame the fans because you didn't do a good job of adapting the story, a story you're already disrespecting by disrespecting the medium in which we got the story. And now when it's not good, it will be the fans' fault. It won't be yours. And in terms of video games and emotional impact or just the storytelling in general, I've never experienced a moment like I did in Arkham Asylum with the first time that you have this Scarecrow interaction. Now, as someone that worships the Nolan trilogy and a ton of Batman media, nothing has ever impacted me like that moment in Arkham Asylum. One of, if not the greatest moments in video game history. But hey, of course, it's just pixels, right? So this show, not looking very promising after... Again, I thought the trailer was fine. It isn't anything that it was going to blow me away. I didn't think it was going to be the greatest show ever, but I thought it got the job done. But now you have comments like this. And in the current world we are in, you should hold all of these weirdos accountable for everything. Every concern you have is a valid concern. It might not mean that you're right, but it's still a valid concern to have those concerns. And we should always be concerned. We should always hold these weirdos accountable for all of the nonsense that they say or do. Just like the Mario movie. I am massively excited for the Mario movie. It doesn't mean that I don't have those concerns based on, as I said in my trailer reaction, current day Hollywood, because that stuff is on the nose for current Hollywood. Now, hopefully, it all works out. But those are still valid concerns. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you're having a great New Year's. And I haven't been feeling very good, so I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I'm not feeling good right now, but I'm trying to get through a few videos. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Happy New Year. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.